Thank you for joining us. Tell us about your Q3 performance. As I look at consolidated EBITDA was up 21%, but sales was up by 36%. Were there some one-off cost in the quarter?
Yes, I think there's multiple things that have happened. We have startup costs for 9 plants, which are in different stages of completion and things like that. Also, I think in the US and in Europe, there was a huge demand in the heavy trucks and things like that. So there was some extra freight and there's some speed. This thing had to be done because the 40% growth in heavy trucks. So you can imagine what happens to us at that time. Also, I think quarter 3 is year on year much better than what even we had anticipated earlier. Quarter 3 is always Christmas, New Year, so there are a lot of holidays and things like that. But things were good. Our sales revenue is up 36%, EBITDA is up 21%. And I think all across the different segments, wiring harness, SMP, SMR, all have done phenomenally well. In SMR, we see a little bit of a flattish kind of a growth, but that's because, you know, in different time zones, different cars are coming down, some new plants are coming up. So all those particular things are happening. But you see in January, USA gets really exciting. And then also the temperatures and all these things in US plays a role. Otherwise, I think everyone has done a phenomenal job. SMR has still given a better performance, even though the sales have been a bit flattish.
Growth is not comparable on a year basis due to consolidation of the PKC acquisition. What was the contribution and run rate which you expect from that?
I think PKC was a very lucky acquisition for Motherson because ever since we've taken that over, actually the truck markets globally have gone through the roof. I mean, people find it a bit difficult to believe that actually the heavy truck has gone 40%, they've grown in 9 months. So the revenues in India were up 20% on a consolidated basis quarter on quarter. Outside India, the growth is 38%. And without PKC as well, Motherson has grown 16%. So I think that's a fantastic kind of a performance coming where we are.
Right. Mr. Sehgal, so how is it that you're seeing demand from the top logos in your key markets, and what's the growth outlook then for FY19?
We have got no indication that there is a slowdown anywhere. Some particular cars, this thing because of either model being old or something like that are coming down and all that, which is a normal kind of case every quarter, every year that happens. Other than that, we have got no indication. Everywhere the demand is up. Our factories are working as hard as they can to make sure that the requirements are met.
Right. So what's the capex that you've earmarked then for the next couple of years?
I think this particular year we've seen 1,800 to about 2,000 crores depending upon where euro and dollar is sitting. However, this probably would be one of the last years where such a high capex is there, because whatever the order book that we had disclosed last quarter of about 15 plus billion will be taken care of by these particular capexes. I think next year you will start to see softening of the capex unless we get, with God's grace, huge orders where we have to again start the capex cycle.